morning, great gardeners.
Good morning.
We're here in our beautiful display gardens. We're in the Kids Club area. The Kids Club have planted quite a few veggies, and they get to come in and check it out, and we're going to help them maintain it a bit. And we, like many of you folks out there, have a few issues with our vine crops. This is our squash. You can see we've got some powdery mildew issues. This is what powdery mildew looks like. Lots of folks have been calling in, have the same problem. It's mainly an environmental issue, you know, bad circulation, moist, humid evenings. If you can not water in the evening, it's ideal to water in the morning, so keep that in mind. But we're going to show you how to sort of clean this up and protect it with a fungicide to protect the new foliage. So at this point in the game, you know, you can't really kill what's there as far as the powdery mildew, but you can keep your plant producing for you for the rest of the summer. So get your handy dandy shears out. Bypass pruners are great. If you don't have that, if you've got sharp scissors, anything's going to work. They're not really that difficult to prune. So get down, get ready. Oop. So if you can come in and prune it back as far as possible, what you're trying to do is reduce the disease spores. So on this leaf, you know, if you can come in, see where it is, give it a nice slice. Now, another important thing, don't leave this laying in your garden because the spores will splash back up and it's just going to be hard to control. Not a big fan of just filling the trash areas, but this is one item you probably want to go ahead and give to your trash man. Don't put it in your compost pile. If your pile doesn't get hot enough to kill all the spores, you know, you're going to reinfect everything next year. So as you can see, Jerry's just cutting them off.
They say they blow away when you burn them, because we always used to burn our garden. We stopped doing that just for the fact that it's not hot enough.
Right. So one item to give to your trash man. And then two very good fungicides to help protect the foliage. And you could have started off using this earlier in the spring and it would have, you know, helped protect it. But unfortunately we had so much rain, even if you were doing this, the chances of you getting the powdery mildew are pretty great. Daconil fungicide, chlorothalonil is the main ingredient in there. Very good. It's usually about every 7 days, right, Jerry?
Unless it's like really wet or damp, you might have to increase your spraying intervals to maybe every 3 days or so until it's under control.
Very important to read the label because it does tell you all this information. Serenade, I'm a big fan of this one. It is great for organic gardening for those folks that don't really want to have too many chemical things going on. It works really well. When you spray these, you do want to spray to the point of runoff. You want to cover as much of the foliage as you can. As I mentioned, it is a protective barrier.
Spray early in the morning or late at night. The bees are busy doing something else at that time, and if it's too hot, you could sunburn your leaves in that, so it needs to be, or even overcast.
Right. Just all things to consider, and like I said, that is on the label. Both of these are labeled to use right up to the day of harvest, so that again, not too many things to worry about. But of course, you know, you always want to wash your fruit really well anyway, because you don't know what's out and about in the evenings. One other thing that we did want to show you, because we've had some calls on zucchini not producing very well. Part of that could be there are male and female flowers, and if they're not open at the same time, you can't get your pollination.
I got a boy.
And there is a male flower. You can see the center here. There's just one little thing coming out. On a female flower, it's a cluster. And Holly, if you want to come over here, we don't have one that is open on its own, but we can show you on one of these that has a little fruit on it. You can see the flowers attached, and we'll just open that up so you can see. Now that would have been like a cluster of those, and that's a female. So you really need to have your bee population. Another good reason why you want to, you know, watch your insecticide use. If you don't have bees, you're not going to have fruit. If you still notice you have a lot of bees and things aren't happening, you can get your Q-tip out, go from male to female flower, and that'll help. Again, we welcome any of your questions, so if you guys that are watching this have anything else that you need to know, just email us or drop us a line and we'll be glad to help you out.
Sounds good. Thanks, Shelley.
Thanks, Jerry. Till next time.
See ya.